Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about thoughts in action, the idea, the concept, the notion, the truth that thoughts are things, and when you combine thoughts with action, that particular combination is an undeniable force in the universe and can help you manifest things that you'd like to manifest in your life. So thanks for joining us. Let's dive straight into the topic. And so point one is that you want to do your own due diligence, come to your own understanding and belief that thoughts are actually things. At a metaphysical level, we know that all things vibrate because all things, all matter has electrons which move at a hyper rate. So even though when matter seems to be thick and unmoving, like my desk, this piano behind me, in fact, it's actually moving at the subatomic level, right? And the electrons are moving. So all things have different levels of vibrations, including people. You may be around someone who's in the hippie sense that we call the black hippie sense. People's vibes or vibrations. You just walk around someone or you talk to someone, you're like, ooh, I don't think I want to be around this person. But in contradistinction, you're around other people, you're like, ooh, their vibe feels good. I want to be around this person, right? But in a similar way, we now know through science, and it's only metaphysical science, that thoughts are things. That when you put a thought out into, I'll just call it the universe, when you hold a thought and you attach a thought to emotion, I'm not really sure why the emotional piece it even plays a role, but when you attach a thought or an image in your mind and you attach emotion to it, right? So, especially, for example, if you imagine getting a promotion at your particular career, at your particular job, and you see yourself getting the yes, that you are the one who's been promoted, and you're receiving the news, and you feel excited because you deserve this damn promotion. You've been working hard. You're a bad girl. You're amazing at the job, and you get the promotion. You're actually in your mind. You're seeing. You're thinking. You're visualizing yourself like in that room, getting that good news. And when you do that, and you attach that image, when you upload, let me clear my throat, and you undergird that image, that thought image with emotion, like you're actually there in that room getting that good news, and you believe it, which is like the magic sauce, the Lawry's seasoning on it, MSG, you believe it. In the Christian tradition, they call it faith. You have faith that this thing will happen. Those three, that tripartite connection, the thought, the image, the thought, image, the emotion, and the belief, somehow, I'm not even sure how this stuff works, to be honest. I just know that it does. That combination, right? That triptych, that thing helps to make that thought image manifest in the world of physical phenomena, which I know sounds impossible. Listen, I understand. I used to have the same attitude as you may have right now hearing me say this, but until I begin to do it. Because, when you begin to do it, it's like, okay. So again, I'm not even trying to convince you. I'm just basically sharing what I've seen, learned, and done myself. So again, I'm not trying to convince you, not trying to convert you. I'm just sharing that this is a powerful, powerful resource. And because it's science, anyone can do it if they engage in that particular process. Science meaning it can be replicated by anyone, right? Who does that? Now, the rub is that it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, nor does it always work the way that you think it's going to work. So it doesn't outpicture the way that you kind of visualize exactly. I'm not sure why that's even true. But it works enough time that it's worth doing it, because when it happens, your next thought is always, we call that demonstrating. When you hold that thought image, you attach emotion to it, you do this over a period of time, and you believe it, you have faith, When those things that you begin to see in your mind begin to appear in the world of phenomena, in the real world, I mean, it's miraculous. You're just like, wow, that actually happened. I saw it in my mind first, and that thing happened. It may take a while. It rarely happens on your own time frame. But when it happens, your second thought is, oh, first you just go, wow, that just happened. Secondly, you go, all right, what else can I manifest, right? And so then it becomes this whole lifestyle. And I mean, it's an extraordinary situation. So I'm getting a little nostalgic. I'm just thinking about the things, how my life has been transformed by these ideas. And these, just to offer a little context. So these ideas are rooted in the Egyptian, the African mystery system, in the so-called Egyptian mystery system, which at the time, well, the Egyptians didn't call themselves Egypt, obviously. They called themselves, their land, Kemet. There were no vowels. It's oftentimes transliterated as KMT, and they include vowels, either the E or the A. So it's at times pronounced Kemet or Kamit, Kamit, which is also the root of chemistry, which the CH making the K sound. This is a sidebar, which means land of the blacks. They call themselves Kamal, Kam, which means black people. So these black people had this system worked out. I'm not sure how they figured this stuff out, which is why people would travel from all over the known world at the time, especially eventually from Greece, in those Greeks who would travel into Europe, travel from Greece into Egypt, begin to learn these mysteries, and eventually, as I'm sure you know, the story of Alexander the Great eventually invaded Egypt and opened up those ancient libraries, and his student Aristotle eventually set up his particular school there, right? And that became kind of the center of the Greek intellectual life, right? And the academy that we now know as professors became rooted in Alexandria, and that became the center of that particular empire. But that's just, so I'm gonna say this is black knowledge, so you can know this is a sidebar, right? And so once you begin to engage in these processes, I mean, it's such an extraordinary thing. So point two is that then you just have to do it. That's the challenge too, because all around you, you are encouraged not to do it, not to believe, because we live in a world of, and which is good, we live in a world where we like things to be verified, and we like things to be consistent. This isn't always consistent in terms of it appearing the way that you want it to appear. People are going to doubt you. You really can't talk to too many people about this. I'm talking about it in this public forum because I'm just sharing. But once you're starting to learn how to engage in this process, it's best not to talk to many people about it, because it sounds kind of crazy. If someone told me what I'm telling you, I'd be like, all right, bro. So I get it. So I mean, I understand that. I don't get insulted. I don't get mad. I just say, okay, I just do it. And then people are like, how do you, what's happening with you over there, And so, yeah, that's the part you have to kind of manage, like people around you thinking that it's weird, but once you do your own research, and if you're black especially, the African traditions that it's rooted in, and that the progenitors are African people, black people like you, like us, it also gives you a sense of pride, and it's exciting, So, which goes into point three, as you begin to do this work and you practice and you work on it and do it every day. It's got to be a lifestyle. I mean, it can work. It works more consistently when you do it every day, like I do every day, in a series of rituals and practices and visualizations. And then once you begin to make it a part of your life, you begin to really see manifestations. You begin to demonstrate this power. Man, the folks around you, especially if you have kids, your children, because they're around you all the time, they're seeing you, are going to be inspired and just curious to like, wow, Dad, I know you talked about this thing, blah, 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 you visualize it and blah, blah. And I think I saw it happen, My oldest daughter, especially, who's now somehow 24, which is crazy, now has her own practice, which is exciting. And now she's manifesting things in her own life. It's really my greatest gift to her, is demonstrating in front of her that thoughts are things, you can manifest your life. Boom, goes the dynamite, guys. We'll see you at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces, I'm out.